How are you? Hope all is well. We're going to get right into whatever it is that you need to know. And here, if you are interested in a more personalized reading, you have specific questions, you want to go into more depth about a situation, whatever the case may be, there's information in my description box on how to contact me and information on how to do that. So let's just see. So I just saw 44 on the time. The card that just came out is number 40. So we have a lot of fours going on here. Definitely look up 4 in numerology. There may just be some significant messages that you need to take time to read. Maybe read them in the bathroom. Whenever you have a minute, just read it, because there's something in there about something you'll pick up from whatever you read from your own research. It's very clear that you are free, and whether you know that, need to hear that, you're completely free. And that means a lot of things. It means different things for different people. But being free can be having new mindsets, having new decision-making skills, having a new interest. There's definitely a lot of discovery here. So you may be looking more into your own roots, your own culture, the culture maybe of even a new job. You might be looking for a new position, and that may require you to almost restructure and find, new pillars of strength for yourself, and actually go for something that you may not think that you're going to be good at because you don't know as much about it than what you're used to doing. But that's not the point. The point is that you have been prepared for this. You've been preparing for this. You are birthing new ideas. You're birthing new ways of solving problems, having conversations even. I mean, you're just elevating. And again, there is a real free peacefulness to this, and almost just a willingness to accept yourself, accept others. We've got wounded healer, speak up, awakening, and liberation. And it's clear to me also that, don't forget, as much as you progress, there's still going to be challenges. And because really tough periods may be ending and have ended, and you're going to feel good, and things are going to start to feel clear. They're going to start to feel more easy to articulate when you're in a position to speak up. Those things are going to happen, and that's going to be exciting and encouraging and motivating. But then there's also going to be some struggle still. There's still going to be challenges. There's still going to be people, if not more people, that maybe appear one way and then kind of turn out to be another. And the message with that is you have to understand when those type of roadblocks come up when you're facing those challenges, don't discount all of the progress that you've had up until that point. Because the challenge does not directly relate to everything else you have going for yourself. I'm not doing reversals in this. The Empress just came out. I mean, you're in your power. This is, you've lit the way for yourself. Excuse me. So fuck it. I mean, it's already there. It's already gonna happen. And the fact that the Empress just came out is perfect from what I was just speaking on, because it's important to be strong when you don't always want to be, when you want to turn your back, when you want to, I'm feeling good, but there's challenges. I'm feeling strong, but there's challenges. But that's not you. Keep going. Keep going. I mean, even when there's challenges, look how much there is in front. There's so little behind him that you can see. Doesn't even matter what's behind him. There's so much less on the card than what's in front of him. Don't turn your back to it. People are gonna hate, but it keep going. It's not. It's just not even. It's their loss. It's just another way to cleanse yourself. And specifically for some people, just laugh at things that annoy you sometimes. I mean, not outwardly all the time, but sometimes humor can really free us. Sometimes that childlike beginning of the deck energy is all you need to get through those things that kind of pop up, because really they just fall away. I mean, there's so much more behind you, rooting for you, pushing you, helping you emerge, helping you swim. A lot of celebrations are going to be coming up for people too. For yourself, celebrate yourself. There's someone here who doesn't want to, maybe even thinking about not wanting to end up like your parent. But there is a but. And maybe there's things you don't want to be that are aspects of your parents, but there's also, things that you may want to be. So you kind of want to look at what some of those things are. That's very specific, but part of being a human. Part of your path is just getting to a point when you feel comfortable with discovering exactly what it is that you want and exactly what it is that you want to go toward. And it may not, it's take that with a grain of salt, because it's not exact, because everything is a process. Most things are a process. I mean, you don't necessarily bake a cake from point A to B. There's things in between. You have to develop what kind of cake you want to make. You have to get the ingredients, you have to go to get them, budget for it, whatever the case may be, put the recipe together, get the recipe, prep it, put it together. You may have to chill things. You have to, bake. It might be an hour or so. There's time that goes into things, and then you have a result. And even then, you have to cool it before you can frost it. And, that's how, you have to remember things sometimes. And just because you're getting to these realizations at 55, or the age of 40, or it doesn't matter. You could be 15, you could be, it doesn't matter what part you're at. It's just the fact that this is a point where you can really start to collect what you need, and what you need to let go of. um, that's where you're gonna be at home. Intuition. That's what it's all about. It's what's inside of you. You're protected completely. I mean, sometimes, like, this feels jumbled as I'm saying it, but sometimes it's almost like Spitfire. There's pieces in here for each person. And you may only need one thing, but yeah. There's also a lot of people around you that are trying to congratulate you, probably have been and continue to be. And sometimes you just have to stop and appreciate that, and don't push that away. And that irritating feeling is you needing to push past this kind of, singular place you may have gotten into, which is good to an extent, and it's good to recharge. But sometimes we can over hermit ourselves, especially if we're coming out of a time of healing into a new beginning. Because if you kind of need to push a little bit right now. There's some push that needs to happen internally, and almost physically, to get the ball rolling. And just a little bit more than what you're doing, and then it's gonna go. It's like at the top of the hill, and it just needs that umph to go down, and you're good, because everything is already laid out in front of you. It is completely destined to happen. And that's just what needs to be said. Um, there's yeah, there's a lot going on, but trust yourself, most importantly. Yeah. Wake up. Take care, guys.